And I told you earlier when I started the show that today I'll be joined by three gentlemen, ex-soldiers who have served, this country to the best of their abilities. And just in anticipation or in preparation for the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, which is tomorrow, I feel like these gentlemen, having them in the studio is very, very, very important. It's a privilege, to have them here, people that have served the nation in the best capacity. These guys have faced insurgents, head on, and they're here today. They're probably just telling us about their time in the military. They also have, something that is being owed to them. So in 2014, 70 soldiers who faced an army court-martial and were sentenced to death for mutiny before it was committed 10 years imprisonment. And 3 years after a Council of State pardon, the 70 soldiers are yet to receive their terminal benefits and discharge certificates from the army. Now, that is the bone of contention here today. But before we even hear that part, let's even meet the gentlemen. So I have three people here with me: Ayodele Olawale, and I have Bankole Taiwo and Mahmuda Suwasan. Yeah, Suwasan. So I got it correctly. So welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to the Super Drive. Tell Lagos hello. Greet Lagos.
Hello, Lagos. Thank you so much. Thank you for having us here.
Your name?
My name is Ayodele Olawale.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Last Corporal Bankole Taiwo.
Okay, and the last person?
Yeah, hello, Lagos. I am by name Suwasan Mahmuda.
Okay, all right. So three of them. First of all, let me even start by saying that when did each of you, take turns to answer? When did you join the military? And when you joined, what was your morale like? Let's even start that way. So I'll start with you, Ayodele.
Thank you, sir. When I joined the army, I joined the military 2003, January 2003.
Okay. And
I joined the military with high morale. Back then, I grew up within the Kirikiri area.
Okay.
Back then I used to see the naval personnel and the military personnel, the way they dressed up, you get.
Okay.
And I have so much passion for the job, and that triggered me to
join in.
That motivates me to join the army.
Okay. 2003. What about you, Mr. Bankole?
I was enlisted into the Nigerian Army 18th February 2002.
Okay.
That was when I joined the army. And my motive for joining my father really is an ex-soldier.
Oh, family.
63 NA. My father is an ex-soldier. And that's, as a barrack boy, that was what motivates me to join the soldier with passion in order to serve the country diligently. Thank you, sir.
And you did that. Okay. Down to you, Mahmuda.
Yeah, I joined the army 2014 August. 2012 August, sorry.
Okay.
So what motivates me to join the service is I just have the zeal and the morale to do the army work.
Okay.
To work for my country, Nigeria.
Okay.
But along the way.
Okay, now let's talk about that along the way. Now, along the way, your experience first. This morning I had you on the morning show at Arise. The show I produce, and you talked about your battle with insurgency. How you guys faced them. The experience. Now, along the way, before let's just say, was life good before the emergence of Boko Haram? Like before they came in full force for you guys that were, in the military before they became a powerful sect that, they became in the country?
Well, generally from the training ground, we understand that we are made to defend our nation. Both inside and outside. So we understand that as a military personnel, we are made to face attack. Attack may come
anytime.
At any time. So we are fully ready. We are aware of this. So we've been performing in barracks duty all this while. Before like me, I serve in a Rukuba barracks, Plateau State, Jos, and the army formation has been we have what we call div. You hear one div, two div.
That's division,
Abi. That's division.
Okay.
Do you understand? So this particular location where we have these terrorists fall within my div, which is 3 Amon div.
Oh, okay.
So before now, we've been going to Maiduguri to perform some extra duty. So we understand there's some some characters that can actually that really need to be curtailed at any time. So we've been going there regularly before 2009, and these people grew up and they grow wings and to a point that police cannot even curtail them, police cannot do anything before we were asked to, to combat it. And of a truth, we are military personnel, and not just military personnel, we are SF.
Yeah, okay.
So we were trained, we were part of the soldier that former President Goodluck Jonathan took to Pakistan for training as special force. So we are not in any way being scared of these terrorists. It's normal thing to us that we know we can always push them back. Even though we cannot finish them completely, but we can reduce them to minimum.
Okay, so now, being the fact that you guys were this trained and talented, I'll come to you, Bankole. So now, what was that thing that you guys lacked to perform to the best abilities that you guys could actually,
what we lacked in order not to perform that
back then before you were discharged?
It was the equipment. It was the equipment that we don't have, because this Boko Haram, the terrorists, they use sophisticated weapon that is heavier than our own vehicle, our own weapon. We only use soft-skinned vehicle, just like only E-logs. But those Boko Haram, they were being equipped. And this the first time I've even seen people like this, because I've been to Darfur in Sudan. I've been to Darfur. I went to Liberia. I've gone to many operations, even in Bakassi. The fight was very okay when we fought all those fights. But coming down to our own territory in Nigeria, I was so surprised for we not to have weapon. All what they gave us is outdated weapon.
That was back then, because I think now the military are better equipped. Okay.
Yes, as in back then. So they gave us outdated weapon that is not even functioning. Before you even cock, you see everything come to it will hook up. It will hook, and it's not in good serviceable condition. So
are you saying that the Boko Haram people, the terrorists then, they were better equipped than even what you guys faced in other countries? Like you said, you've gone to Sudan, you've gone to Liberia.
Yes, the one that we use, is a African Union mission.
Yes.
So the weapon that was being given to us, and we as a Nigerian soldiers, we perform better more than the other countries. Yes, sir.
Okay. Continue your experience.
So we perform better more than the other countries. So now in our own home, so we were so surprised when they asked us to flush the belligerent. So we could see that the weapon that was being given to us was not effective at all. So why those ones were using AA anti-aircraft on us, anti-aircraft that they use in bringing planes down, those are the weapons they will use in facing we as human beings. That is what could not make us to fight effectively in the battlefield.
I overheard you this morning say like they give you guys AK-47s and with 60 rounds. Before, I mean, if not for this morning, hearing you guys talk, when you guys came to the station, before I used to think, was this thing like over exaggerated? How people say, our military are not well funded, how they used to say it. And I'm like, nah, it can't be that, but Nigeria is blessed, Nigeria is rich. But, hearing you guys, talk about your experience and how it was back then, it's like, it was like a culture, like a shock, reality shock for me. I won't lie. I'm not a military man. Trust me when I did try. When I try. So now for you served with them. Were you guys in the same, units at any point? For you, Mahmoud?
Yes.
Okay, what's your experience too then?
My experience then, when I was in Maiduguri, seriously, was very tough then. Because 2014, that was when Boko Haram was very, very hot, and they were very hot.
They were actually.
So it was very tough. But the only problem we have over there, as per then, was equipment.
So sit down to equipment.
Seriously, we don't have sophisticated weapons. Those people, they are very well equipped than us. I can remember the last time we went for operation. The last time before we enter our issue, they kill about 8 of us, and we are special forces.
Wow.
You understand? Normally in a battalion, a normal battalion, we're supposed to be as 700 to 800 soldiers and officers. But our own battalion as a special forces, I think we are only 150 something. That's the whole battalion. And they send us to one operation that the place was very, very hot. and very tough. So we just asked for equipment. Okay, yes, we agree we can go. Our morale was very, very high to operate. But the only problem we have was equipment.
To face them, to tackle them.
Yes. And that exactly place that they send us and they kill about 8 of us and injure 21 of us was the same place that they send us again back, that we should go and capture that place by all means. And we don't have the equipment to operate over there. So they overwhelm us and we ask of equipment. Just equipment. Yeah. But they didn't give us the equipment. So we say, okay, with that equipment, we cannot just go and commit suicide. Yes, we have the morale, as in we have the zeal to fight for this our country. But just to give us equipment.
All right, so welcome back to the show. Still the super driver, me, the man, CJ, and I still have the 3 gentlemen in the studio. That is, I have Aidele Olawale, Bankole Taiwan, Mahmuda Suwasan, and these are ex-soldiers that have served the country to the best capacity that they can, and they were just talking about their time in the military and, you know, what they faced in the hands of, terrorists, that is Boko Haram terrorists and the likes. So now, the 3 of you have talked about your time, you know, how you guys, you know, the morale was high when you joined and all that. Now let's get down to what eventually led you to the point of saying enough is enough. You talked about you guys lacked equipment. So for 70 of you to take that decision that, you know what, we are done, we can't, because I mean, I know how the military can punish people, you know, when they want to discipline you people, you know, I go pass out. I will just pass out. So now for you guys to get to that point to say, you know what, we are done, you know, what was that time, and how the 70 of you band together to say we are done? Were you guys like one unit, 70 of you?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
The truth is that there was no decision of saying in fact, we've never for once said we are not ready to fight.
Yeah.
What we said is that we have been on the theater ground. We have been in the theater ground for some times, and we've been going to different attack, and we got an intelligence report of a particular operations, and a place we went about last week, and like 10 men was killed. You understand? 10 men was killed, and we withdrew. We are the one that went to the theater ground. We know the kind of weapon we saw with these belligerents. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And we are expected to reinforce. When we are to go back, we are expected to go with a higher caliber of weapon above what we saw the other day. And we are still going with the same you know, with the same
what weapon are you guys going with?
Was AK-47.
AK-47.
Yes, AK-47. And even at these times, I'm not talking of now. Back then, the first time we went to this particular operation, maybe probably I went with a 3 magazine. Yeah. So the second time we went with 3 magazine, and they killed 10 of us. We couldn't fight through. We withdrew. And after about 2 weeks, we had to go back there with 2 magazines. You remember the first time it was 3 magazines?
Now you guys go with less.
2 with less magazine. Sir, sincerely speaking, it's obvious that it
was like a
we are not ready. Do you understand? So based on that, everyone could say, sir, let us go. We will do better if we go with a better
weapon,
ammunition, with better weapon. This is all what we were saying. And before you know, the superior officers then they just turned the whole situation that, oh, you guys refuse to go and fight, we are sending you refuse to go and fight, so you guys are planning mutiny. So there was nothing like mutiny. We didn't have discussion with each other, but we just understand that this is no idea. We fought in our outside, we fought battle outside
the country.
You understand? And we know how and we've been keeping security within the country. Do you understand? So we understand how it works. So it appears like, is this a setup?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
It appears like, is this a setup? That we will go with a good weapon. There is nothing like we said. I will go with a good weapon, and as such, before you know,
everybody started saying the same thing.
There was no gathering, there was no plan, there was no pre-discussion that we will not go there. No, there was nothing like that. So they were the one that is the senior officers that
now turned it to like, okay, you guys are planning
planning
to not go for the operation.
Yes. Meanwhile, they fail to face the reality. The reality on ground is that we have an intelligence report of this. Okay, for example, sir, we have an intelligence report that this particular set of Boko Haram, they have been in place since 2003. Since 2003, and we are advancing to go and fight them 2013. So you can imagine the force they must have grown to become.
More like they would have, beefed up their weapons, everything. Like they would have more ammunition now. Like they are ready for you people.
They are ready for my people, for us. You get my point now. And we got local intelligence report. The Fulanis, the people that that rear cow, they told us, don't go to that place. Go there. Yeah. Nobody goes there and come back. Do you understand? So as an ex-self, we must go. It is our slogan, no impossibility. We must go, but we will go with the right equipment. Then you promised us in such arena, we're expected to go with Alpha Jet, and this is how it goes. The Alpha Jet go ahead of us to bombard the place.
Movies me I sit down for film.
Why the rest of us go with hard skin vehicle, not soft skin vehicle. We go with hard skin vehicle. So when we get there, after the Alpha Jet must have.
So let me ask you. During your time there, didn't you have Alpha Jets that go ahead?
Okay, that is the place I want to mention.
Okay.
That very day, September 12th.
Yeah.
Alpha Jet came.
Okay.
Alpha Jet can display, even come down to our level that you've seen him. Yeah. Do you understand? Alpha Jet came, and we were so
pumped up. You guys
were so happy, so motivated. Morale, let's go there. Let's go there. We believe that day will be the last day on earth for those particular set of Boko Haram. Sir, we advance. The theater ground is like from here. This is Lekki.
Yeah.
The theater ground is meant to be at Aja.
Okay.
Do you understand? So we advance from here. We all of us in bus with soft skin vehicle. Take note. Soft skin vehicle. Meanwhile, we're supposed to go with hard skin vehicle.
Yeah.
So we advance. In fact, that day they even hired civilian bus. I'm telling you, Oman bus. Yes.
For you people.
They hire Oman bus. Some of our soldiers I was in a
Wait, sorry. They hired bus for you guys to go there.
Yes.
Normal bus.
Normal Oman bus. White bus. Do you understand? For you to know that the vehicles are not enough.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we advance. Do you get? We are supposed to move from here to Aja to as a theater ground.
Yeah.
And we keep moving with the hope that Alpha Jet is
ahead of you guys. Yeah.
Not knowing that Alpha Jet has gone back to his base to go and park. He has landed for a very long time.
So the Alpha Jet came there to display ginger you people. Then from there,
just to motivate us. You understand? And
that was it.
And he pulled back. Do you understand? Then there's a particular gun that we know as Chirika. We know that gun as Chirika. If that gun is in this place, sir, from here to Aja, Boko Haram will not come close. It's a simple truth. That gun, we know, we call that gun Chirika. In fact, if we want to test run that gun in our military formation, they will pre-inform us. So time like this, so by 1800 hour, they will be test running Chirika. For you to prepare your mind, because when you hear the sound of that gun, bro, if you are not yourself, you can be shocked and take somebody away.
Did you guys have that gun?
Okay, we have that gun that day.
Okay.
We don't have that gun in our battalion.
Okay.
We are supposed to go with that gun to that theater ground.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And we let our base with that gun.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The gun is meant to be behind us.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's meant to shed ahead of us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Now, when we get to the theater ground, sir, it was we are. I wrote everything on my books.
Yes.
We are using Romeo. We are using radio to communicate. It was a shock to me to hear my commander, my commander General H.T. Dada, for me to hear him calling the Alpha Jet. Where are you? Alpha Jet is nowhere to be found. Where is the Chirika that was supposed to be
behind
a support weapon? Yeah. Do you understand? They said the vehicle that carried the gun they said the gun, the vehicle that carried the gun was faulty. So therefore he cannot advance. But he can pull back from here. You can imagine. We were supposed to go to Aja. Then from here, from Lekki here, he can pull back from here to Oshodi. I don't know if you get it. He can pull back from here to Oshodi, but he can't move. He can't manage from here to Aja. That day we lost 33, almost 48 men of our men. Those men fall not because they are not good to go, not because they are not ready to fight. They are gallant men, but they fall down. We that are me particularly, it's just all about God. I don't know how I escape. It's just about God. So, sir, there was nothing like mutiny.
So it was more like you guys were going into some death trap, and that's what I'm just a civilian. But from the story you guys have narrated now, it's more like they are sending you to commit suicide. To commit suicide, like you guys have put it. I mean, you see why I can't join the military. I go down the para. I go down shout. I feel I won't collapse. Okay, now years later. Okay, first you guys were sentenced to death, for mutiny, and like you said, it wasn't mutiny. Then it was committed to 10 years imprisonment. Now, 3 years after the State Council of State Pardon, you guys are yet to receive your terminal benefits. Yeah, and your discharge certificates. First of all, I this morning, playing that clip, on the program in the morning, and hearing Endurance, I think Endurance talking about how it's been difficult for him to live, get a job, ever since he was discharged. And I remember idea that said in the morning that even without a certificate, you guys cannot get a job. Was it you, Bankole, or Ayo? I can't remember who said it, but I think it was you can't get a job because people keep asking you for your discharge certificate. So first of all, how far have you guys come with that? And I mean, what is the military saying about it? But before you answer that, just in case you're listening to us right now, you can send questions if you want to be part of this conversation. Send it through to the WhatsApp number 0913-809-2710, 0913-809-2710. Then I'm tempted to open the phone lines for you to call, but the questions have to be very brief. So you can call 081-476-71 222, 081-476-71 or 091-380-92710. Okay, yeah, so go ahead. Bankole. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Concerning how we have been finding it difficult because of that discharge certificate was that I applied for a security job at Omole Estate in Ikeja.
Yeah.
That company was owned by a naval officer.
Okay.
And the naval officer asked me to go and get I told him, introduce myself as a ex-soldier. He asked me that where's my discharge certificate, but I told him that for now I don't have that discharge certificate, but it's still on process. That's what I told him, but he could not give me that job as a CSO security job. That is why I could not be able to get, and things have so been difficult because without that discharge certificate, it seems as if we are nobody in this country. Without the discharge certificate, sir, it seems as if we are nobody. So that is why we are please urging the army that if they can get us that discharge, that we need it. Even without yes, I know they need to give us a benefit, but we still need that discharge certificate more to identify us as an ex-soldier, because without discharge certificate, it seems as if most of us deserted the army. Meanwhile, we did not desert the army. Even in my unit now, my name is still in Hakro. I serve in 9th Brigade Garrison Ikeja. Before now, I was being attached to the operation 81 Battalion Afisma in Ibadan before they took us down to Maiduguri. But I'm appealing to them that they should let that our discharge certificate to be given to us, and all rights full due to be given as well. Thank you, sir.
But since you guys have received the pardon, I'll come to you, Mahmuda. I mean, what's now been the issue with the military giving you these certificates?
Actually, for now, I can't tell, because everything is in the hands of the army. It's army that they will clear us. You understand? So we are just waiting for them, and which they are keeping on postponing us. We have a very senior officer that they include in our presidential pardon, which they have already settled him. He celebrated it.
Okay, yeah, I think I saw the clip of him. Kuti, yes, doing his birthday. So come back to you, Ayodele. Ayodele, yeah. So now they settled the most senior. I guess that's the most senior person out of the 70. And for you guys, they're still yet to settle you. Why do you think that? Is it more like some sort of what's the word now? Like favoritism? That okay, senior man, take your own. Then for you guys that served, you guys served under him, right? It was under him, but he was just part of.
Yeah.
Okay, so what for you? Have you guys? I know that you guys were being represented by Femi Falana.
Yes.
Yeah. So how far have you guys gone with trying to get that district certificate, and what is the update till now?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Just like my colleague has rightly said. Sincerely speaking, I want to appreciate Sam Femi Falana. Yeah. That man has been pushing since the day this pardon was given. Since 2022, this one has been pushing. But you see, the army keep coming with different formats, pattern, delay tactics. We will attend to you. There was a time they called him. You can get that from the past video. Yeah. There was a time they called him that they don't want to encourage indiscipline because they saw what has happened to us as an indiscipline. Bringing us back to the system could be a kind of indiscipline in the organization. So as such, they would not encourage such for us to come back. So,
but are you guys looking to go back?
No.
Just give us what
we are just standing by the pardon. What the pardon says.
Yeah.
So the pardon, what the pardon says that it means no offense.
Exactly.
That is what it simply means. No offense. If I thought there was an offense has been cancelled by the president, the former president. Yeah. And we are not only us. We have a senior officer, General Kuti, in this matter. Do you understand?
Yeah.
He was reduced from the rank of general to colonel. Do you understand? And as a result of that pardon, his rank was restored. His rank was restored by the reason of the pardon, and his terminal benefit was you saw.
All right, we have a call. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Onyemechi. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Oh, Onyemechi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right, Onyemechi, go ahead.
I greet all my brothers inside the studio. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, they can hear you.
Okay. For the story those people are telling us here, honestly, I wouldn't like for you. I'm wet. If somebody tell you that it's something, I'm shocked for what I'm hearing from them. Because sometimes it's good to hear from somebody that goes somewhere and come back and tell you the story what you see. That instead of hearing from the person that is not even know anything about it, the person will tell you another thing, and the person that saw something will tell you another thing. Like the story they mentioned about the side jet that go before them and then go with the Roma box. For me, what does that thing mean? You want to go to fight, to war, and you are going with your jet, and the jet go there and rotate and go back and back. Then Roma bus and not go. What does that one mean? Something is behind all these things. Because you ask them one question now. If they decided, like, say, somebody come now and ask them to go back, will them go back? And they say no. Okay, my question for them now is this. They advise any young man or young girl or young lady to go join soldier like army and go that time war to go and fight Boko Haram.
Okay, thank you.
Advise anybody.
All right.
That's my question for them.
Thank you.
God bless them for good work they are doing.
God bless you too. All right. Okay. So he's asking if you would advise. I mean, like you guys said, when you guys joined, your morale was high. And, you know, I'm sure listening to the story, of course, it's a very emotional one. Anybody that listens to will be like, okay, like if you had that intention to join, maybe. So they're asking you guys now, can you advise anybody to join? So don't from my mouth when I will talk out.
Thank you. Thank you. Sincerely speaking, you know, the army is made for the country.
Yep.
The country main works for the army. Sincerely speaking, the army was not like this before. Do you understand? But presently, with the new chief of army staff now, the army is doing well. But back then, sincerely speaking, if you ask me this question, 2014, 2015, I would say don't go. I would say, no, in fact, I would say instead of you to join the army, I would tell you go to the Navy or go to the Air Force. But presently, sir, Nigerians are beginning to know what went wrong back then, and the present administrative in the army now, I think they are fixed. Particularly the present chief of army staff is doing. From what I hear from my colleagues that are still serving, they are doing excellently. He's doing excellently when in times of welfare. So I will tell you, Nigeria is our own, and I would recommend anyone who wish to.
Okay, so the welfare back then was terrible.
Was terrible. Was terrible.
All right. Okay, so you can still call in. I just noticed that I missed like a couple of calls. You can call 0814-767-1322, 0814-767-1322, or you can call 0913-809-2710, 0913-809-2710. If you have any questions for them, you can ask them. We have about say 13 more minutes to go to wrap it up, so you can call or send a message. All right, so now let's talk about your book a little bit. You know, you wrote a book. I don't want to imagine what was in that book first, but you tell us, just give us a quick rundown of what the book is about.
Okay, thank you. That book is titled Rescue by the Heaven. A soldier stays in the lines of
now duty. Truly heaven rescue you, but continue.
Rescue by the heavens. A soldier stays in the lines of duty. You know, the book is all about what's the challenges, the ups and downs that I have passed through in life.
Okay, wait, hold that thought. Yeah, we'll have a call. Hello?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you coming from?
My name is Audu Daniel.
Okay, Mr. Audu. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, one of the 70 soldiers.
Yeah.
So greeting to my colleagues there.
Oh, are you a soldier?
Yeah, my name is Audu Daniel. I'm one of
okay, you're one of them.
The 70 soldier centers. Yeah.
Audu, nice to have you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I make this call to put my voice to it. You asked a question that what could be the reason that if the senior officer among us was settled, what could be the reason that the army refused to settle us?
Yeah.
This same question we're asking every day because we don't know what could be the reason.
Yeah.
Because it's the same gazette that carries our name, that carries his name. But
exactly.
This same man,
yeah, so why was he settled? Pardoned. And you guys are
the same lawyer, Femi Falana's son that represents him was the one that represents us. Why is it that he was settled and we are not settled? This is the question we are begging for army to answer. And this is the question we are asking the whole Nigeria to beg army to answer this question. That if they could settle the senior officer, why not us? Why are they not ready to settle us? They should please settle us. In this time around, we are begging.
Yeah.
Let them settle us. Because from the experience we had, I call it the bitter experience of my life. When I went to Maiduguri then, we are fighting it with all our heart, with the hope that we will finish the help and go back to barrack and relax.
Yeah.
But this is how it turned out to be. We spent years in prisons. The memory is something that we cannot recall. Many of us who lost our loved one because of this. As I'm talking to you, my own mom has high blood pressure because of this issue. I lost my daddy as a result of this issue. For all the service to my fatherland, is it what army will pay me for? Is it what the country are ready to pay us for? This is the question we are begging for answer. Please, we are calling on our fellow Nigerians. We are calling all the media to help us beg the army. Let them do the needful. Let them do the needful.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
The president has declared I think on the legal basis, if the president have given us a pardon,
Yeah,
it means that we have not committed any sin. Then why is Nigeria army saying otherwise?
Okay.
If the presidency says these people have not committed anything, why is Nigerian army saying otherwise? We are begging them, help us beg Nigerian army to pay all our benefits. Since they said we can no longer come to the service, yeah, no problem. Pay us our benefit. Let's look for other things to do and move ahead with our life. We cannot keep on remaining where we are, thinking about what has happened to us in the past. We want to move ahead. Let them do the needful.
All right,
that is our prayer. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you so much, Aldo. Thank you so much. Keep the spirit alive there, and hopefully they get to. By the time the interviews go around, and the package, the report by Ovieteme George goes around. Hopefully they would talk amongst themselves to, get you guys what you guys deserve. Okay, go ahead about your book.
Oh, thank you, sir. So, like I was saying, Rescue by the Heaven, a soldier stays in the lines of duty, is an account of my own personal life within the military and as a civil, and also it's a book that is detailed with because I understand with what I for just like Aldo Daniel rightly said, for no offense, we're giving death sentence on 24th December when people were celebrating. 24th December night, you are hereby sentenced to death by firing squad. Do you understand? That alone gave most of our colleagues, their parents, hypertension, and they passed on. Do you understand? So I looked at it. I said, okay, let me put this in writing. Do you understand? Because I also want to use it to encourage most of Nigerian youths that it is not over until it is over. I want to encourage them. In fact, the book is detailed for you to know that God is the one who says a thing and it comes to pass. Do you understand? That in as much there is life, there is hope. Like all this while, for our children to go to school, the army has really limit us seriously. Some of us now, our children has dropped out of school. Do you understand? Because we were unable to
cater for them.
To cater for them. Do you understand? But we did not stop there. We keep doing the little we can do just to keep soul and body together and keep. So
this book now, where can people find it? How do people find the book?
The book is on Amazon. Okay. Is on Seller. Is on Amazon. Is on Seller. And also I also have the hard copy. Is online.
You know what? Call your number so people can call you. Just in case they want to get the book, and of course if they want to reach out to you for any other thing, maybe concerning your book. Okay. Your number.
Thank you. My numbers are 081 695 77900.
Again?
081 695 77900.
Okay. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Sunday Godwin.
Okay, Mr. Sunday.
One of the 70 soldiers, sir.
Oh, okay, one of the 70 soldiers. I'm happy that I'm hearing all of you, man. You guys are still very you guys have a group, a WhatsApp group. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. Sir. All right, go ahead, Mr. Sunday.
Sir, I really appreciate everything that you are doing, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What I want to say in respect of this our interview.
Yes.
We are not to speak against anybody. Neither the Nigerian army. A soldier is always a soldier.
Sure.
So what I want to say now is that because according to our reporter, they spoke with the army spokesman in respect of us, and he make a comment that our service number have not been availed in the for them. But now what I want to say.
That's the former director of defense media. That's the person you're talking about. Look, the present one. Okay.
The present one, sir.
Okay.
And at the same time, the same gazette that did not carry the service number of General Ransom Kuti. And how did they get in touch with him or call him to settle him? And we now, how did they want us to reach them? We are not the one to reach them, they are the one to reach us. If they cannot reach us direct, they can reach through our lawyer. because our lawyer do go to army headquarters, and all those documents are with army, both the legal service, both with the lawyer. Even if they need it within a second, our lawyer can get it, and then they have it. Because the same army headquarters that we are court-martial, army headquarters garrison, that we are court-martial. So I see no reason why they will say because of service number, our service number is not available. They are waiting for us. Why we have not been summoned? They have not called on us to come and hear from us up till now. So they are just using delaying tactics. This one we come and we say that we are working on it. To an extent, majority of us will think maybe Safemi Falana was lied, or because of all the stories they will be giving him. They will promise him today, tomorrow is different. They will call him for another day. He will go, it's different. So the thing is so confusing. So what have we done? What have we done? We are still pleading to even National Assembly, the CDS, the prominent Nigerians to help us look into this matter. Like this President Chief of Army Staff is so concerned about the welfare of the soldiers. Because we do go follow everything that is doing online. They should help us. We are not ready. We are not ready to involve ourselves in any crime. The only since they say they don't need us, let them just settle us and let's all go and start our life, new life. As I'm talking to you, sir, I lost my mother, my father, and my other siblings as a result of this case. And up till now, nothing has been done. To go 3 years now that we have been settled, we have been granted presidential pardon. Does it mean that the presidential pardon is not effective on the 70 soldiers and is effective on the general? So what is good for the goose is also good for the ganders. So we should not differentiate us. A soldier is also a soldier. That is why we are pleading to the federal government, the prominent people, all the offices, National Assembly, the House of Representatives, the Chief of Defense Staff, and Minister of Defense, Minister of State, even the one in the army. They should please help us look into this matter and let us listen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
thank you, sir.
Hold on to that belief that you guys will be sorted. All right. It's actually tough listening to this because you watch. And I'll go back to Hollywood. You watch, movies. You see how military people are respected, how they are carried in, various countries. And down here, it's a different ballgame. It's like, nobody recognizes you guys. The disrespect is there, even within your own army. Not even outsiders now. Within your own formation or within your own military, it's really disheartening, I must say. All right, so I guess this is the point I'll do final thoughts. So Mahmoud, and I'll come to you. I've heard your story. You guys are going through quite a number of things. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Remembrance Day. I don't know even what to ask you guys now. What would you like to see different? What would you like to see different in the military? And what would be your final, word out there to the army concerning what you guys are going through?
Yeah, thank you so much. What I can say here is that tomorrow is the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, which we are pleading in that aspect. We are pleading for the Chief of Army Staff presently, General Oluede, and we are pleading for the Chief of Defense Staff and Minister of Defense and all of that they should please, because of this tomorrow's date, they should remember us for good and settle us so that our mind and our family will be at rest. That is what I want from Army for now. And for my colleagues that are in the service right now, I only encourage them to do better. And yes,
as a senior man that you are, you're not a senior man.
So they should try and do better. That is the army job. Army job normally, some people will end up in grave. Some people will end up in jail. Some people different problems. Some people
stories.
will enjoy themselves in Asorok. So that is all about the army job. So
I like that part. Some people enjoy themselves in Asorok.
Exactly. And we have suffered a lot.
Yes,
so please, we are still pleading for the army to remember us Please.
All right, Bankole, down to you.
To me, they should remember the fallen heroes as well. Those that have paid their life for this country, their family, anything that is entitled for them, they should also give to them.
Yes.
As in the fallen heroes, the gallant men that died on in the battlefield. And we that we have suffered a lot for the country as well, they should please see to our own matter as well and help us out, because things has not been easy since this government that we are passing through, this present administration of Nigeria. Things is not easy. It's not even sweet at all. So they should please help us out. So that is what I have to say, just for the sake of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So for the Armed Forces Remembrance Days, sincerely speaking, I want to, when you watch the statement of the Army spokesperson today, he said it clearly. I even screenshot it, that these people are supposed to have been paid, but because our service number was not there, so it's not an issue. We can always, even provide it. So please, based on that his statement, we actually want him to hold on to his integrity and do the needful. And secondly, to please, like my colleague rightly said, those fallen heroes, they are important. Their their family are suffering a lot. Their children cannot push further. Sincerely speaking, I'm telling you, I remember a gallant officer. He was the one that woke me up that very day, that Ayodele, it's time, get up. He's my section commander. But that day, his right hand was cut, his right leg was cut, he bleeded and died. Sir, you can. I'm still battling to manage myself, and I am still out of the little I have to be sending money to the family. They are not living fine. The Nigerian army should please look at the fallen hero. They should settle them. They should give them the wife the little they want to give their family, so that they can establish themselves and train their family, their children, so that their children will not carry bitterness against this country tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to the show today. I really hope, and I'm really hopeful that the military or the army would, do their part. Settle you guys what you guys need to actually get to yourself. In fact, I'm actually short of words. I won't lie. Right, in English said they had me. But whatever you guys, what you guys deserve, you guys should get it, because you guys have really served the country. I remember then, 2014-15, that time was really one of the peak periods in our history of insecurity in terms of the Boko Haram insurgency. And you guys now come here to actually say you guys were part of the military people that were fighting them at the time. I have nothing but respect for you guys. Trust me, because that time was really the time when these guys were really perpetrating evil. That was their peak period. Right now, the military is doing well. They are wiping away the Boko Haram people, even the Lukarawa sects. They are already, but then was like there was no answer to these guys. But I mean, I'm really happy that I had you guys on this show, and hopefully you guys, your request will be granted, because it's not really easy living through knowing that you serve the country with your heart, and you guys are now going through this kind of period in your life where you guys are even looking for how to feed, how to take care of your family, and it's really disheartening. And I wish and I hope that the military listens and they settle you guys soon, honestly, because it's not really a good look for even the military, because people coming up now listening to you guys may be demoralized, like, okay, if these guys are going through this, what makes me different? If I join, my own fee was. Do you understand? But thank you so much for coming to share your story, and I'll definitely be keeping in touch with you guys to see how it goes. You understand? Thank you so much. All right, that's it on this interview.